I think me and Todd Phillips could be best friends. Hey, what's up, all my DCU fans? Welcome back to Subjective Reviews. Right off the bat, we're going to talk about the Joker projections, which are right now they're saying that it's going to open to around $80 million. It is outstanding for a movie like this. You're talking about a $55 million budget for this movie, so anything probably around 150, 200 million is breaking even. So right out the gate, you're talking $80 million. Let me just say, I'll be surprised if this movie makes $1 billion. I do not think it will. It's just not that type of movie. I think the 80 million for the first weekend is great, but again, it's rated R. But people they're saying that it's an outstanding flick, and people want to see outstanding movies, but it's not a big action-packed blockbuster, so therefore it's probably not going to make that much money. But it should make a decent amount. And again, I cannot wait for this movie. Right now, I'm looking at 3 weeks until I can see it. I cannot wait to do my review on it, and definitely check that out when I put it up. If I don't like this movie, it's gonna be really disappointing because my expectations are really high now because of all of the great things I've been hearing. I'm gonna go in there with my expectations really high, and if it's not that good, it's gonna be really disappointing because I've been so excited to see this movie all year. To piggyback off of Joker projections, money-wise, we're going to talk about how Todd Phillips, he's been boisterous recently, because they're doing all the, right now they're in Toronto, before they were in Venice, so he's being interviewed. Him and Joaquin are being interviewed left and right. So Todd Phillips has said, you can't beat Marvel, they're a behemoth, so let's do something that they can't do. He says Joker is a film that Marvel could never make as well. These are all true. Marvel is a behemoth right now. They're just coming off of Endgame, which came out this year, 2019. That was their biggest movie ever. Apparently the biggest movie of all time, money-wise. So they are a juggernaut. Here's the thing about Marvel is I knew eventually this was going to happen. They were going to have their ending, and now I feel like they're in a crossroads and they're not sure what they're going to do. But that's besides the point. So Todd Phillips makes his remarks, and I think he's said this a couple times earlier in the year as well. So Marvel, yes, they are a behemoth, but what can they not do? When he's trying to direct a DC movie, this is how he's pitching it to Warner Brothers, and this is what he talks about. What can we do that they can't do? We can do a Joker movie. Who does Marvel have that they can do a movie like that? With the way that Disney is treating these movies, they're not going to make a title rated R. They're not going to do a deep character study of a character like the Joker because I really don't think they have that. Of course they've got so many different characters just like DC, but they would never take that route. This movie is Oscar worthy. It's Oscar, and that's the thing is Marvel is never going to win an Oscar for their movies. That's, nothing against them. That's just the nature of the beast. But that is why I am such a DC fan, because of what Christopher Nolan did to the Dark Knight trilogy. The Dark Knight. He just made it, it was just such a groundbreaking trilogy, and The Dark Knight and Batman Begins. They're so groundbreaking. And they're just beautifully made films. Yes, Marvel can give you the entertainment, but that's about it. It's fun. And, DC can bring the fun too, but Christopher Nolan, Zack Snyder, I just love how they make these films. They're my two favorite directors. This is what they bring to the table is what I'm all about, and this is why I'm Team DC. So yeah, Todd Phillips wants to direct a movie that Marvel could never do, and here it is. And here's the Joker movie. He was also talking the other day at the Toronto Film Festival about, possibly doing more of these movies. He's calling it the DC Black label, or he's calling it DC Black, and doing more of these movies. And can you imagine this movie has great success, and they come out with a Lex Luthor type movie? That would be awesome. You could really dive down deep into that character. The sky's the limit. This could be its own thing, its own universe, like a villain universe, if you want to call it that, or it doesn't even have to be connected. And to go off that, We don't need these films to be connected. Marvel, Kevin Feige's trying to make everything connected, which again is fine. That's their own thing. But we don't have to be connected. Be different. Be DC. Be a place where people can be like, oh, okay, I want to get away from what Marvel's doing. I don't want there to be connectivity. And before there was the whole Marvel universe, that's how it was. You know, you were never expecting movies to connect. It was always just an origin story, or whatever. It was just Spider-Man. It was just Batman. And whoever they were, the villains in the movie. That was it. And now everything has to be connected. Everything has to be connected. And I like that, but at the same time, I don't need that. I'd rather you just focus on one character and knock that out of the park instead of focusing on all these other characters. The last thing I want to talk about, and apparently it was finalized today. I thought it was already finalized. Is J.J. Abrams' production company, Bad Robot. The deal was finalized with WarnerMedia. That I think it's a 4 or 5 year deal, like $225 million. So now J.J. Abrams' company, Bad Robot, is going to be under, or they're going to be combined with WarnerMedia, which, you know, that's awesome. I mean, it's like you kind of have J.J. at your disposal now. So hopefully they use that. Like I said, they have 4 or 5 years to do something with that, and this deal is with film, TV, like gaming content, I believe as well, like digital stuff. So it's anything. But when you have a man like JJ involved, hopefully he can direct one of our movies, one of a DC movie. That would be awesome. You know, a lot of people say Man of Steel 2 or something along those lines, or a Green Lantern. I mean, I'm down. You know, I was a big James Gunn fan, what he did with Guardians, and now he's directing a Suicide Squad. So that's awesome. Hopefully he can do something for us. Hopefully he can do what he's been doing with Star Wars and knock it out of the park. So I'm all for that deal, and we'll just have to wait and see what comes about from that. Last thing I want to talk about, guys, is I just recently got 100 subscribers to my channel. I appreciate all of you subscribers. Thank you for coming back and watching me. It means a lot to me, and I want to give a special shout out to my boy Ed. He knows who he is. He's always commenting on my videos. You know, I just love the interaction. I love the engagement. So keep it coming. That's why I do this. I want to interact with you guys. I want to give you the information. You know, that we're all here for the same thing. We're all here for DC entertainment. Or also, if you're here and you're not really into DC, you're here for me. I do movie reviews as well, and you know, so I just like to mix it up. But yeah, you know, I thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I look forward to continuing to grow with you guys and to giving you more content, and hopefully you enjoy it. And again, thank you for subscribing. And with that said, thank you for watching this video. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, because that helps me, and in return, I can help you. And as always, guys, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, new content will be available, so look out for it. And thank you for watching.